Hey friends, this is Life Coach Rich. Today we're talking about criticizing. We need to get to a point of understanding that criticizing people or degrading people is an unhealthy pattern of behavior, and we don't need to continue that. Let me ask you this question. When you're in relationship with somebody, do you see a conflict as an opportunity to become closer to the one that you care? If the answer is yes, if both of you are seeking that, if both of you have that in mind, then you're going to work towards mutual understanding and resolution. If you're degrading and criticizing people, it is just a one-way conversation. It is not leading to anywhere healthy. So you need to be able to take control of what you're saying, take control of your speech, and you need to stop that negative pattern because it's not bringing that other person closer to you. You are just unloading on them. A lot of times it might be in anger, and then you throw things out. You've got to maybe work on anger, not escalating things in an argument. Think about things that you need to work on. Maybe there's certain things that are coming up that they say that you feel uncomfortable about, and then you react and you start criticizing them. And that's not healthy. It's not a healthy pattern. It's unkind, and it's just a one-way conversation. It's not a discussion. I've got stuff to say. I'm dumping on you. I'm trying to make you feel worse. I'm trying to make you see that I'm superior to you. That's kind of what's happening when you criticize someone. And then, really, sometimes it's a sign of something that's going on inside of you. A lot of times we might criticize somebody else because we might have some issues that we need to deal with, but we don't want to. And so it's easier just to start criticizing the other person, but that's not healthy. It's not helping you grow, and then it's not helping your relationship with that other person grow either. You're not becoming closer together. So whenever you feel yourself start degrading or criticizing someone, you need to be able to stop. If you're on the receiving end of that degrading or criticizing behavior, then you need to be able to say, wait, 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 you're making this personal now. Just stop. We're not going to continue go in this direction. If you're going to continue to degrade me or criticize me, or even we'll talk about another one bringing up past mistakes. If you're just dumping on me right now, then this conversation is going nowhere. Can we take a break for an hour and then come back to continue to discuss things? Is a verse, Ephesians 4:15. It says, speaking the truth in love. So that's difficult to do sometimes. Sometimes we're really good about speaking the truth, but we're not in a way that's loving to the other person. So you really want to measure your words, make sure that you're not having a conversation. You don't escalate and continue to have a conversation whenever you're getting angry and angry and then you start blasting them and criticizing and dumping on people because that's not healthy. So when you feel yourself start rising, you need to take a break and then come back at a later time to continue that discussion so that you can have a beneficial discussion instead of one that's just going to push you further apart because of the hurtful things that you say. Words do matter. And once you release a word, you can't get it back. You can always ask forgiveness for it, and they might be able to forgive you. But there's going to be things that haunt you and there's stuff that I've said before that I wish I would have never said. But once it's released, you can't get it back. I've heard of words being compared to a bag of feathers that were released on top of a mountain. The wind took them; they went everywhere. You could never get them all back again. And so once you release those words, you can never get them back. You can try to make up for the actions or the harm that they caused, especially if they were negative words or hurtful words, but you can never get them back. So try to get a hold of your speech, and especially if you're degrading or criticizing people, it's unkind. It's just a one-way conversation, and maybe even it's a sign of something going on inside that you really might need to deal with. Think deeply about that and evaluate things in your own life to see what you might need to work on. And I'll bring that one up in the past mistakes one as well, but I think it's applicable here as well. 1 Corinthians 13, part of what love is keeping no record of wrong. A lot of times when we're criticizing and degrading someone, it's included in bringing up past things that they might have done or in ways in which they might have hurt you. And that is completely, completely not healthy. If you've already resolved those things, if you've asked forgiveness for those, you've given forgiveness or received forgiveness for those things, they are in the past, and you really need to keep them in the past. It doesn't help solve anything right now. You have to deal with what's going on right now to move forward and have a healthier relationship. So don't drudge up a bunch of stuff from the past. Don't do it. It's not healthy. So that's talking about criticizing people, criticism, um, and constructive criticism. A lot of people like to say, "I'm going to give you some constructive criticism," and then they might be saying some truth of things that you might need to hear. But first, it might be unsolicited. Okay, unsolicited advice. I have another video on that. And then, so that's just going to make the person defensive and not really hear what you're having to say. And then, secondly, then a lot of times we don't speak the truth in love. We might be right in what something accurate in something we're saying, but we said it in a way that hurt the individual, and then that's not good. It nullified anything that we were trying to help them with. It just made things worse. So we need to get a handle on how we speak to others. That's it for now. Please share, like, and subscribe. And so, Life Coach Rich, we can continue improving together. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.